Thank you guys for joining us again for
Yes,
a
so
little
good to see your faces.
refreshment of loving kindness. And by the way, we love when you put your video on. It helps us connect with who's here, and it also helps grow the community. So please, if you're interested, allow your video setting to be visible and take a look around at the really amazing, cool people on the planet who are interested in devoting some of their day to loving kindness practices.
Yay! I want to go hang out in that room with all the crystal bowls. That looks like fun.
Oh, that Pamela, very nice. Loving those bowls. Very cool. One thing we like to play with today is something that has become a kind of new normal. I don't know that we've actually reached the stage of perpetual normal.
But it's been a new practice, is having your mask. So we're just gonna ask you to go grab yours if it's handy.
If
just
it's handy.
Go
you could also stretch your shirt and try like this, or cover your mouth. But do take a moment if you have a mask handy, because we're going to experiment with playing with the math. The mask.
I don't want to play with any math. No math.
Somehow I have mask and math combined. I don't think that's unintentional.
So, yeah, look at you guys.
I love all the variety too. Cool. Steve, nice. Yeah, this works. Now, I remember when I was a little kid, I would do this with my shirts and just stretch them out and make my mom go crazy. So, yeah, you just have Jolene to contend with. So what is unarguable is that we're in a new phase of safety as we have a new threat out there. And one of the most clear, obvious examples of loving kindness in action for us is this action of wearing a mask. Yes. Wearing a mask is kindness, and I think most of us know by now that the mask is not about protecting you, but it's about protecting other people. Yes. So we want to experiment with what this
feels
impacts.
Like. Yeah, because we've been noticing that when we wear the mask,
different things come up. So let's experiment.
Changes. Yeah.
Let's experiment. So put your mask on if you haven't done
so. And then also we're going to talk with the mask on, but if you can't hear us. Can you hear him?
No. Well, I didn't make real words.
Oh, you didn't?
No, that was if we sound give us a thumbs down.
Can you hear ours?
All good?
Can you hear us?
Yeah. Now we have to project and enunciate.
So that's also something I've noticed by wearing the mask is I feel like I'm shouting all the time.
To be heard. So everybody, for a moment, let's presence ourselves in this experience of wearing a mask. So I'd like you to notice, how are you breathing with this mask on? How has anything shifted in your posture? Does your posture, shoulders, neck, jaw, anything change in your posture? How about your felt sense of aliveness? And I'd also like to add a layer of communication. So whether you are with someone or not, I'd like you to take a moment to share a sentence or two out loud
about how it feels to be in your mask. What do you notice when you wear it?
Talk out loud, and if you're not sure, you could say, my name is blah, blah, blah. But try communicating a sentence or two. When I wear the mask, it feels like this, it feels like that.
So when I put on the mask, I feel tension in my shoulders right away, like just right along here.
Yeah.
What do you notice?
Well, I notice it feels like I kind of turtleneck, like my shoulders go up and my head goes down, and I get this tunnel vision where there's almost blinders.
Yeah. I feel like I have baby arms. Like I don't really want to lift.
You're like you're like a T-Rex.
I just kind of do baby arms. Yes, little T-Rex arms.
Yeah, I noticed my vision almost narrows, and especially when I do it in public, where like I'm hunkered down, I'm at the grocery store, I'm like, okay, mission. Let's get the eggs.
In and out.
Let's
do
this
right,
thing.
Right, yes. And then I also notice that I feel like I can't breathe very deeply. Like I just feel like I'm taking short little sips of air. So repeat that. So just kind of talk out loud on your end and say how you are experiencing. What do you experience when you put on the mask?
Also notice how easy or difficult it is to communicate. Have you been like me where I thought I might have had a hearing problem when I started doing this stuff because I couldn't read people's, I didn't realize how much I relied on facial features to hear what people are saying. And now I got this extra barrier of communication and mumbling. So something that our dear friend Carl Jung, who is a very famous psychologist, awesome guy, one thing he said that what we resist persists. And he went a step further. He said, what if what we resist persists and even continues to grow? So take that, land that in your body. So what are you suggesting that is if we resist the feelings and associations of the mask, of this inconvenience, of this narrowing of vision, of maybe this irritation, frustration. Oh man, I'm halfway down the block and I got to go back home because I forgot my mask.
Yeah, so exaggerate where you're feeling the tension or resistance, or if you are feeling any resistance, can you exaggerate that, make that bigger? So for me, it's like this.
Yeah.
What is your version of resisting the mask? How do you when you put it on?
And exaggerate. So instead of trying to get rid of it or put a happy face on it, so I feel like, oh man, this barrier. I'd love to connect with people and see, but now, and is it safe or not? Like, what's going? So just for a moment, it's called bodification. Bodify how you breathe, how you move. I also notice there's like a sense of urgency, like I got to go real quick. Good. So thank you for exaggerating that.
So now let's be with it. So we're with it. Can we breathe into it? Now can we add a breath?
Yeah, because love, one of our favorite definitions of love, is being in the same space as. So can we be with any constriction?
So I'm starting to kind of melt my own tension. I feel the contraction and then I release the contraction.
Maybe do some
So maybe it's in your
rolls.
jaw. You're like clench your jaw and then release your jaw. Or maybe you're feeling my arms really tight. I'm going to squeeze them even closer to my body and then I let my arms go free. So kind of play with the contraction, the resistance. I resist.
Go with it.
And then I start to expand and open to it. I resist the tension. I kind of feel the tension. I get in it, and then I start to look for the opening, for the expansion. I even let myself turn my head. Oh my gosh, I wasn't even letting myself turn my head before. So now I get to look around. Yeah, so notice like when you're looking around, sometimes we have to turn our whole bodies with this, right? We can't just use our head.
Our peripheral vision is available. We have less resources. And inherently, when we put the mask on, by definition, we're trying to create more safety. And our body often responds unconsciously to our acts. So maybe unconsciously, we're actually putting on more guarding, more protecting, more defending, more barriers between us and connecting with others.
So how can I become and presence and be a source of safety? So first I have to feel safe in my own experience, in my own body. So finding and feeling into your feet, starting to locate yourself. How do you feel in your legs? Maybe even little shaking in your legs, in your knees, little soft knees. Maybe it's a bounce. Maybe it's a wag of your tail.
Ooh,
Feel your belly. Are you even letting yourself breathe into your belly? Can you maybe put your hand on your belly and let yourself expand with your breath into your belly and then out of your belly?
If there's anywhere you feel tension, you can shift it just by putting your breath there, putting your movement there.
Yeah, bring your hands to your chest and your heart and even into your arms. Can you open up into your arms a bit?
The arms, the wings of our heart.
Getting into your own neck, letting yourself have freedom and movement.
Yeah, oftentimes when we have anger, it expresses itself in the back of our heart, between our shoulder blades. It moves up our shoulders into the back of our neck and give us neck ache and even lock our jaw. So notice if any of those areas, if you're like us, we've been having lots of waves of feelings, anger, sadness, fear. Instead of resisting the constriction? How can we open to?
And let's also, what we've been doing each time we've been coming together for the last 3 weeks is to create a vagal tone of safety. And we can do that every time we put on the mask. And this is something we've been practicing consciously doing, because we've been noticing how narrow we get when we put this mask on.
Yeah, in order to connect, I'm sorry I cut you off. In order to connect, we have to feel safe first, but it's not just a head job.
It's a body job.
So our autonomic nervous system, our brain stem, has to be informed, not just from our neocortex, but all the way into our primordial lizard brain, dinosaur brains. We have to let our autonomic nervous system know that it's safe to be here.
So to do that, let's look up.
You can stretch your head, neck, and throat.
Look down.
Move your neck.
And do that a couple more times. Just kind of look up and look down. Just kind of start to locate yourself. This is where I am. I see my feet. I see this ceiling. I see the sky.
And affirm that you are safe here and now.
And then we're going to look over your left shoulder. Let your hip come into it. See behind you. Check out behind you. Are you safe behind you? And then come back to center. Let's do that to the other side. Look behind you. All is well. Say, stretching that vagus nerve in a way that helps support and lets your whole body know that you are safe.
I noticed with connection is time flies when you're having fun, and I'm noticing we're coming up to almost 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh. So before we go, let's take off our mask.
If you're open to turning your video camera on, take a moment to look at all the smiling faces and send out your attention. Allow your attention to go out. Maybe focus on one person in that space. Let your attention go out to them. You could even use your hands to kind of embody the idea of your attention going out, your loving kindness. And then receive that loving kindness back.
Put it back to yourself.
Yeah, and do that maybe with the same screen or maybe a different screen. Do it all around you when you oscillate your attention out, when you bring it back in. And notice Nicole and I have a different rhythm than each other, and you'll have a different rhythm. So
see the space around you, maybe even begin to appreciate something in the space around you.
Oh, the greatest catalyst for loving kindness is appreciation.
And then send and give yourself an appreciation.
Maybe you could even appreciate your mask.
Oh no, really?
Now, it's easy to love someone or something that you love, but how can you love something that you're not so crazy about?
Well, I know what I love about this mask is that I love being a source of safety.
Yeah, and try that on. I love being a source of safety. And you might have to drop it in and float it in because it doesn't always land for a second or a 50th time. You might even try. I love.
Expand, open up into the source of safety. And then exhale. Contract, let it all go.
It's important that we honor and acknowledge the constriction and restriction, but it's just as important that we favor the opening. That we want to bring in and be with all the sensations, all the feelings.
To the side.
I
love being
a
source of safety.
I love being a source of safety.
To the other side.
Stretch your eyes, move your body, stretch your breath. Maybe even try it. I love and enjoy and appreciate my face mask. Right? And you might have to drop that in a handful of times.
Let's do that one more time with each other. Inhaling your biggest breath of the day. Expanding, favoring the opening, and then exhaling, letting that all go.
Well, I sure love that little refresher, Nicole. Thanks for co-creating that with
Time
me.
just flies, and we have so many words. I think we have to figure out how to narrow the words.
This was super fun. I feel supercharged. Continue to explore this week. both noticing and being open to the constriction and the resistance, as well as favoring where's the opening. I did want to mention that tomorrow night we're going to be sharing a 1 hour immunity enhancing class. We'd love you to come join us. Yeah. And that'll be recorded if you can't attend. And we're super excited. This is the first time we're announcing it. We're starting a new subscription membership plan.
Yeah. So if you want to be a part of the Metta community, you guys already feel like we're a part of the Metta community, but if you want to be an official member of Metta community
and see our twice a month hour-long webinars and our seasonal virtual retreats,
we're creating virtual retreats
around different
solstices
and equinox. So if you're interested in more, please join us. Go to our website, Living Metta, and sending you all
kisses, love, loving kindness your way.
Feel free to unmute if you'd like. Let's see if I can unmute all of you with a single button. Boom. And if you want
so much power,
send a little love, make the sound of love.
Love you. Thank you for joining us.
Enjoy your Monday. Love you, lovers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.